Hello, minha gente. How are y'all? It's been so long since I've recorded and said this intro. I'm so excited. Welcome back to my channel. I am a changed woman, okay? I remember the last time I did a reading vlog like this. I was so new into fantasy, and I specifically read Shield of Sparrows for the first time, and that ending absolutely wrecked me, as we know, as we saw. If you're not caught up, go watch this video, because I just rewatched it, and I had so many emotions. All the emotions hasn't changed because this book is just that good. I actually reread this the past couple of days. I finished it last night. I went to sleep with my heart pounding from this ending, even though I had already read it. I knew basically everything was going to happen. I remembered everything. And I woke up, my heart was still racing thinking about this book. When I read for the first time, I was so pissed that there's no other book to keep going. And so much shit happened at the end and I had no answers. Guess what we have today? Yeah. Guess what we have today in our hands? Yes, we do indeed have Rites of the Starling by Devney, which is the direct sequel to Shield of Sparrows. I am so freaking excited. I bought this book. I went to the store the day of to get a special edition right on the release day. I admittedly like to go into books blind, so I have no idea where she's taking this. It is, as far as I know, unless she's changed her mind, it is a trilogy. So this is like maybe a filler book, ? Maybe something that we're getting more backstory of things. But at the same time, because I just finished rereading Shield of Sparrows last night, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of action and hopefully, future Louisa, please tell me I'm not wrong about this, but hopefully a lot of answers that my girl Odessa has been questioning her whole life, basically. The basis that I have is that the first few pages that I saw is in the perspective of the first ever Shield of Sparrows, which is Sparrow Wolf, I think it was her name, which is interesting because Wolf is her now married name, meaning it was her husband's ancestor who was the first Shield of Sparrows. So I'm interested if that's going to be any type of connection. I am remembering how much anger I had at the end of this because we have a little bit of an explanation, even though we don't have all the answers, to how the main problem with all the monsters and the sickness and the magic started, right? And it's not do you know how there's always oh, of course I knew this royal king or royal person was a pain in the ass and an asshole to begin with. Of course he was going to be the villain. This doesn't go that route. I can't see myself hating the person that started all of this. It's someone that we know. It's someone that we get to know and we get to like. And it wasn't done maliciously, if that makes sense. So I wonder how we're going to go about this on this one. I'm so excited. Also kind of scared. And like I said, I'm going in blind. So I didn't even read the blurb. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, look how pretty. And the art. Oh, it's purple. It's usually green and foresty and brown. Are we getting a new realm? I don't think so. Listen, we have enough shit going on in this one realm, okay? Devney, please. Please help me out. One thing I always like seeing is if there's any changes to the map, from the first to the second one. But from what I remember, I don't think so. Which means there is one specific city we have no idea where it is located still. Maybe I should read the blurb so I can just get my bearings. Kalindra's 5 kingdoms are on the verge of destruction. The Crux migration is coming. It wasn't supposed to come right now. It wasn't supposed to start right now. But just like every other monster in the first book, I'm guessing the Crux migration is just being attracted by Odessa. So the Crux migration is coming. And in the wake of devastating attack, I've been separated from the man who owns my heart. I'm lost, terrified, homesick, hunted by monsters, driving to exhaustion, and kidnapped by a powerful priest. Oh, the Voster bitch. The only thing keeping me going is the little girl counting on me to keep her safe. If something happens to this little girl, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the state trooper. It's my turn to become the guardian. Our lives change one fateful night, a night of death, a night of monsters, a night of truths. That night, when I learned the real meaning of fear, in the depth of my own strength, which is another part of it all. I'm hoping in this book we get her being a badass bitch. Do you remember from my other vlog of finishing Breaking Dawn, how hype I was for Vampire Bella? I'm hoping I'm going to be this hyped for this version of Odessa because I'm so ready for her to get the freaking swords and start swinging. Everyone wants me to be something I'm not. A queen, a spy, a sacrifice. But what if I embrace my crown? What if the secrets I uncover save our realm? What if my sacrifice means salvation for the men I love? For too long, I fear the monsters we wake. It's time to discover the monster within. Okay, this is getting me so freaking hype. Please start swinging with the knives and all the training that y'all had together and all the sparring and all the banter. A sparrow's fate, a warrior's quest. The journey is only the beginning. And also the part that she said, everyone wants me to be something I'm not. What if I embrace my crown? That makes me think of Queen Charlotte being right, like, y'all made me the queen, I'm off to be the queen. Or like, I didn't want to do this, y'all put me in this place, so now I'm gonna take advantage of all the power that y'all gave me. I'm ready. Okay, let's start. I have an audiobook and the physical book, which, as you know, is my favorite time to read. Immersive read is my favorite thing ever. So let's start. And like I said, it does start with the first ever Shoot of Sparrows being signed, being written. So hopefully we'll get more info. And there's different parts? Part 1, the division. Wait, I just saw a POV of somebody we don't know. New characters unlocking. Fuck yeah. Okay, stop talking, Louise, and just start. Let's go. Having as your first name being Sparrow is badass as hell, to be honest. She's saying, like, the logical princess her father had raised, a fledgling politician, knew that this was essential for survival, but the young woman with dreams of finding love had begun to wither the moment marriage stipulations had entered the conversation. Tonight, Sparrow had become a broodmare, just like her favorite horse. Ask Sparrow if anybody asks her opinion. No, nobody asked her opinion. She knows it's okay. She knows it's supposed to be for the good of the kingdom, but nobody asked if it's for the good of her future. Also, something that I was also thinking about yesterday, they mentioned this very quickly in the conversation of Ransom, the Guardian, and Odessa at the end of the first one, but obviously everybody starts dying, shit starts happening, so they don't have time to, like, actually talk about it. But Odessa, since the beginning, she hates and she feels the magic of the Voster. And I just thought of this right now because the Voster touches the first sparrow wolf and the, like, her husband to create the bond, to create the Shoot of Sparrows. This is basically the OGs Shoot of Sparrows, right? And she's like, I couldn't feel anything, but once he opened his eyes back up, the Voster opened his eyes back up, I could tell he had done some magic. So it's like, she was fine, she touched the Voster did magic, she didn't feel any type of way, and Odessa would be in severe pain at this point. Again, she's different, she's just built different, and we know it, we just need to know why, Devney. We have a duet narration in this audiobook. I'm gonna love this. Be bold, my sparrow, be brave. Why do I already want to freaking tattoo that on myself? Here we go, people dying. Whose voice is this? He's really good. I need to know who's the narrator. He's really good. It's like deep. Jason Clark? Oh, he did God of Malice. But I read God of Malice. I didn't like that book, so maybe I just blanked out on that. There's a couple of books that he did the audiobook for that I'll definitely read, like Soul Searching. So I'll come back for you, babes. He also did The Bride by Devney Perry. Cute. That's another series that I've been also wanting to read, especially since I loved her writing so much, but I also know that's not romantasy. Like, this is her first romantasy, as far as I know, her first romantasy series. Yes, I was angry, scared, frantic, confused, but I'd sooner drive a knife through my own heart than hurt Odessa. Can we talk about this too? So at the end, the reason that we find, or at least some of the answers that we find about how all of this started, it's very much like a chemist explanation of it all. It's very like, oh, we have alchemist, oh, we've tried this thing, and oh, you got bit and that's why that happened, with all of the science and not magic enough. And I'm like, that doesn't feel very romantasy to me. That doesn't feel very, there are some things that we can't explain through science to me. And now we have another added topic of it all that I don't think can be explained by science. So I'm hoping this will also bring the whole, this is actual magic, not just science, to the equation. We'll see. Guys, for the library update, I don't know exactly what we're doing. I think we're cutting something.
This is what it's looking like. Don't ask me what anything is. I just know there's going to be a cut. And I need to know exactly where I want to cut it, which is still going to be decided. But this is where it's looking. Apparently, I have misspoke. What'd you say?
We French?
No, we're not French. I'm Brazilian, actually. But yes, we are cutting it, right?
Sure.
Exactly. I'm more for moral support. I do have special goggles, though. Let me show you. Safety first, babe. I'm ready.
I feel like my worlds are colliding. I wasn't gonna give another update until I was more into the book, but I am 125 pages in, and the worlds are colliding. There's so much, like, I'm at the edge of everything coming together, but at the same time, it's still 125 pages in. And if we know anything from the first book, she loves a good, crazy ending, but I'm excited. I feel like we might have a second couple happening. I have so much shit to do, and I need to go get ready for bed because it's already kind of late and I'm tired, but I cannot stop reading right now. And he has a chisel jaw. Come on now. He was tall. He has a broad muscle physique. And you felt a shiver when he said your name for the first time. I'm ready for bed. I'm tucked in and reading. I'm on page 160, and I can't, I'm writing vested, but I feel like this is too good to be true. I feel like he's too caring. I feel like I have to be super doubtful of everybody. It's like nobody's trustworthy. We just met this guy, and it's wonderful, and she has a shiver running down her spine every time he says her name. But I'm like, give me your social security. Give me your family tree, your DNA sample, and a background check. Stat. I'm scared for her. And now he's coming along. Come on, bro. Also, there's a third character that she keeps mentioning, almost reminds me of Ransom. Oh my gosh, his smirk is just like Ransom's. I can only handle one man that smirks all the time, and this is not him. And I'm like, again, who's your pappy? Who's your daddy? Well, do you know who your daddy is? And was he also an asshole? Let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I can enjoy it. I can enjoy this because I feel like he's going to backstab her, or something's going to happen, or there's a bottom line somewhere. You said the women in your family have a tradition, a rite. You leave home to discover the person you intend to be. Well, I'm rather fond of the woman you are now. I think I'd rather be fond of the woman you become too. So you want to come with me, and you want to be by my side as I change and grow and become who I'm meant to be? Are you sure that's true, though? Are you sure you're not going to backstab me? I'm not sure. That's what pisses me off. You know something that's funny, too? Odessa this whole time has had so many questions. The whole first book, but especially coming into this second book, she keeps asking the questions that us as readers keep asking ourselves. I've seen people comment on this too, and I feel the same way, which is like a lot of the FMCs just keep going and are just okay with not getting answers to their questions, or just be like, oh yeah, I'm having a great day. No, you're not. You don't know who your parents are. You don't know what's your destiny, why you're in this situation, why these things keep happening to you. She doesn't know, but she's mad at it. And I feel like I'd be the same way if I was in her position. Like, bitch, you have information that I need, that you know I need, and you're not giving it to me. What's your game? Okay, I'm gonna keep going, but it's also about to be 11 p.m., so maybe a couple more chapters, but you know I'm lying. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, actually. I stopped myself from reading that shit because I just had 2 back-to-back crazy shit happen. I'm like, am I being attacked? What the fuck is this? I'm a horse girl. I'm reading about a nice horse. Dead. So yeah, let's make a chicken wrap while I think about what's been happening. Honestly, 200 pages in, not even 50% in, and people already started dying. I feel like I'm feeling the same way I felt at the end of the last book. How are we feeling the same way, not even 50% in? I'm gonna put you right here with SpongeBob. This is exactly how I felt. I'm so intrigued at how this is gonna go down, because at first, obviously, when I mentioned the worlds were colliding, I'm like, okay, sure, there's going to be something that's going to collide. But they were both in different journeys. One of them was going north, the other one was going south, but not in the same area. We're not in the same. Mind you, I was like this with my map. Where are you at again? Let me see. Nope, she's not gonna see her. I was going back and forth like it's a freaking switch, okay? At first, I was like, how the hell is this gonna work? And then it started developing, and then something changed to one of them to go towards the same place that the other one is going. I was like, okay, that makes sense. You come to here, you come to here, we're gonna meet up, shit's gonna go down. They're not even together yet, and shit's already going down. Let me get my chicken. I really went to grab the chicken. I grabbed everything but the chicken. Okay, I'm back from my hot girl walk, so I was hot. But then I put my apron in because it was dinner time. I'm eating my hyperfixation after bariatric surgery, which is like a wrap with rotisserie chicken. And, which is the most exciting part, I'm having air fryer potato wedges, potato fries, question mark. First time that I've had fries in like 3 some months, and I fucking love French fries. But I'm eating that while continuing to read because I'm on page 259. And remember when I told you, I don't know, he might be too good to be true? We don't know exactly how deep this shit goes, but something's going on, okay? He was too good to be true. I knew it. I feel like I'm a professional fantasy reader now. And also, his chuckle filled the room. King Cross, let me introduce you to my queen. We love him. Love my dear Ransom. Are we about to get a freaking spicy scene? Please, nobody knock on the fucking door or something. Yup. The things I want to do to you. I want to make you see stars and forget everything except the fact you're my wife. And you might be wondering, the world is, as they know it, is about to go to shit. And they're worried about having spicy time together. And I would ask you, wouldn't you? If the world is going to shit anyways, like, you're supposed to get your pleasure where you can, when you can. At the very least, they have the night. Yeah, go crazy. Yo, he's going crazy. I love you. Don't forget. They went from, I hate you, you do, don't forget, to I love you. You do, don't forget. A string of incoherent sounds escaped my mouth, and he made good on his promises, tasting my skin and fucking me into oblivion. This was a good-ass scene. I'm sorry. Coming from somebody that reads a good amount of spice and a good amount of smut, we're 270 pages in, and this is not technically their first spice scene, but, like, the build-up has been so good. She also feels the magic. I feel like we're about to get answers, finally. But also at the same time, again, I keep repeating this, it's not even at the end of the book. But at the same time, this is the second book of a trilogy. So should we even get answers in this book? If it's going to be in this book, should it be in the middle, if not the later part of the books? So Odessa's not crazy. Caspia also feels the magic of the Brotherhood of the Priests or whatever. They got something going on. Within themselves, they're saying, well, don't trust them, but trust me, but do this for me, but I'm not going to give you all the answers. Frustrating as fuck. Odessa feels the same way. They both have to meet each other and do something together, but we don't know how they're going to do that or if they're going to do that, but we know that you know. I know that you know that you know that I know. They need to meet. A scream tore from my throat and the world went black. Girl, please. And also, they keep, like, kind of teasing that there's different religions going on. They keep saying I signed the 8 and the 6 gods and stuff like that. And then, but at the same time, the Voster. Wait, I don't think the name is the Voster. The Brotherhood, the priests and stuff, keep talking about the divine, but at the same time, everybody in Kalandra, including Odessa and stuff, talking about the gods, and even the times that we thought, like, Odessa was gonna die and the monsters keep being attracted to her, she signs the 8, which I keep imagining, like, being from a Catholic country, obviously this is the easiest thing, but she says signs the 8, and for some reason, I keep thinking of, like, an infinity sign, like an 8, you know what I mean? Like an 8, but that doesn't even make sense. Anyways, so I'm interested to see how this religion situation is gonna get figured out, because obviously the divine is one single god, and that's what the priests and the Brotherhood have in common with the other FMC, Caspia, and where she comes from, which is a whole other continent that the people in Calandra know nothing about. But obviously that religion is very different from multiple religions. I feel like that's a really big jump. But at the same time, only the people like the priests, the brotherhood or whatever, and Caspia, who we know now could transform and comes from being a starling. That's why it's called the rites of the starling. They all have magic in common. And the people that we know so far that pray to multiple gods or the religion of Calandra don't have magic. So I wonder if that has anything to do with anything, or I'm just overthinking. But if another of the animal sidekicks get killed, I'm quitting. Please. Also, the guy that I keep saying he was too good to be true, and then he has some history and some stuff going on. It's not that bad as far as we know so far. But at the same time, I'm like, sure, that's one of the things, but I feel like there's a bunch of stuff about his connection also to royalty and everybody else that I feel like will come in play. He's too, how can I say this? He knows too much of the castle and the history, and he has too much access to stuff not to be an important person, you know what I mean? And he kind of mentions like, oh yeah, I'm wealthy and my father has access, but I wanted to be away from all of that and money and shit and stuff like that, basically. I'm paraphrasing. I wonder if that's gonna come in play too. Bruh, both of y'all have horrible freaking parents and family. God damn. I hate how everybody in Romantasy has horrible daddy and mommy issues. Bruh, I've been trying to make this as spoiler-free as possible, but I feel like I need to talk shit out, otherwise it's not gonna make sense. So basically, one of the FMCs has magic. We know that. She's from bloodline of magical creatures that turn into animals, like they're shapeshifters. Okay, she is one of the few, if not the only one from what I remember, of her family, of her bloodline, that has visions. The whole time before she came to Calandra, she only had visions of the past and shit that had happened, and then something would happen in the future or in the present that would prove to her that the vision that she had actually happened. Like, I don't know, in a most simplistic way, like somebody woke up today and decided to wear a green shirt instead of a red shirt, and then somebody with a red shirt or a green shirt will appear, and she was like, that's the exact same person that I saw on their wardrobe picking a green shirt instead of a red, you know what I mean? So something like that would happen. But now that she's in Calandra, she's having not only visions during the day, she would only have them at night before coming here. So now she has them during the day, but also future visions. A couple of the future visions were devastating, of people that she really likes or somebody that's close to her. But one of them was a little boy, a little orphan that she saw on the street or something, and she saw the little boy crying because somebody stole his bread. So she was like, I need to make sure that I can potentially change this future, which then will prove to me that even though I'm seeing a future vision that's horrible and that I don't want to happen, I can do something to change the future, right? She did that worked. That's great. However, the other visions that are horrifying and like heartbreaking and stuff that are from the future have still not happened, but at the same time, I don't feel like she's making any concrete actions towards those things not happening, if that makes sense. So we'll see where that goes. But my whole point is, now that we know that that's magic and she has all of that, we know that they're Odessa and Caspia are gonna at some way, shape, or form connect. Not only are they like both feeling the magic of the I keep saying Voster, the Brotherhood. Is it Voster? Oh, it is the Voster. I wasn't crazy. So they both can feel the magic of the Voster. They both have some type of connection and affinity to monsters, right? They're both redhead, in some way, shape, or form connected to starlings and have that probably ancestors in common. Okay. However, one of them, which is Caspia, we know for a fact she has magic. What if Odessa also has magic, but she doesn't know how to do it, or she doesn't know anything about that because everybody else in Calandra doesn't have magic other than the Voster? And also, the same way that like Caspia would see past visions and then something will show that actually happened in the past or something, and now she's seeing future, the same way that was happening sometimes, now Odessa with this journal that she stole from, I think, Trio or something, which is absolutely not allowed into her and stuff, so she kept those and came to Quintus with these two journals in her pack and stuff, and that's how she learned the old language. Sometimes they're just quote-unquote children's stories, but a handful of times now, she reads the stories and translate them, and that's how she learns the new language. But she reads the story to the priest or to Evie, and then something exactly like the story happens in real life. So my thought process is, what do those two things have in common? Are those two things also just magic? And is that why they have a common ancestor? But at the same time, are the stories just like visions? It's like an egg and a egg and a chicken type of thing. Like, is it happening because the person who wrote the journal or something saw visions of the future? You know what I mean? Or is it just happening because Odessa was reading and that's why it became real? You know what I mean? Like, it was real and then somebody wrote the journal, or Odessa's reading the journal and then it becomes real. I feel like I'm overthinking. My noggin's gonna overheat. Report. How about, hi, my daughter. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in months. Are you okay? I hate bomb-ass dads, bruh. Jesus. Question. Because she doesn't know a bunch of stuff. Silence. Another question. Silence. Another question. Silence. And then finally she says, will you ever trust me with the truth? No hesitation. No. Screw yourself. How about that? King, is this gonna become a religion persecution type of plot line? If I could feel the magic with the Caladrians couldn't, then it was either because it was a starling or because it came from Nuffinix. Maybe what gave them their starburst protecting them from the Voster magic. Bro, we need to find a cure. Stat. We need to find some type of antidote, some type of freeze, some type of GLP-1 for these people. So, if I'm understanding this right, the Voster didn't have magic before they came to Kalandra, but they were basically being persecuted because of their religion and kin, so they escaped and found Kalandra, but then they found out that they have magic. And then they're basically being, utilizing their magic and their powers and whatever to make sure that they don't get persecuted in Kalandra just like they were there. But then now, everybody that is from kin that comes to Kalandra becomes a bloodthirsty, crazy monster. But does that mean that they have Lysa? I thought Lysa was only the monsters that were bit by the monsters that were infected with Lysa, which all started with the Guardian, with Ransom. So that's why she's like, I can't shift, I can't become a starling and shift into whatever to fly and stuff because I'm gonna be bloodthirsty. She just had another vision that she does become bloodthirsty, but again, is that a future vision that she's gonna change? I freaking hope so. And does that mean also that Odessa can't stay in Kalandra? Something's gotta give. But at the same time, if they become the monsters or the shapeshifters become bloodthirsty even without Lysa, just because they come to Kalandra, does that mean that there's no cure? I am confused, Sean. Yeah, they just said goodbye. I'm not even gonna let that faze me. I almost cried. I'm not even gonna let that faze me because I know for a fact that's not gonna happen. Nope. I know for a fact they're gonna have to find a way. I know she's only leaving, if she is leaving at all, temporarily. That was sweet. Choked up a little bit. Not even that serious, to be honest. But this audiobook is really freaking good, too. The choked up little way that he's saying this, stay with me. Do you want to make me cry? Stop it. He's alive. She doesn't have a starburst, which makes sense because that is absolutely why she can feel the Voster's magic, because she's not even from Kalandra. And that's probably why the Voster was like, who's your mother? First of all, mind your business. Second of all, we don't know. Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. It's so frustrating how they're both kind of circling each other. I know you don't know about each other, but you need each other. I don't know, somebody trip or something. That's what I'm saying. Another thing of she read the story about some specific person with very specific details of their face or their hair, and then that actually happens. And I'm like, again, does that mean she has magic and when she reads it, it becomes true? Or the journal was written by somebody that has vision and they saw it and wrote it down. The book made its way to her hands, and because she was the one that needed all these answers and all these people. I was like, finally they're gonna meet each other or cross their paths. Nope. She's writing a journal. Does that mean the journal that Odessa has was somebody like a starling that went mad, but before she went mad she wrote this journal? Bruh, I literally stopped to have some dinner and I'm reading on my Kindle with the audiobook, so it reads to me, but I had to stop to grab y'all because what just happened was absolutely fucking crazy. I have 24 minutes left on the audiobook, and we just got a whole new POV that we've never gotten from a person that I finally connected the dots that it wasn't a different person. It was actually somebody that we already knew, but in a different lifetime. And she doesn't give you a 2 years ago or some shit or 6 months later. No, she throws the story at you and you figure it out. And I just figured shit out and I am incredulous. I don't know if I'm ready for these 20 minutes. For these next 20 minutes. It's literally 10 p.m. I'm finally having dinner and I do not think I'm ready for these next 20 minutes. The monster I became let out a scream and then there was nothing but death. Straight through the heart, my love. Do not hesitate. It couldn't be me. We're both going to the shades. It couldn't be me. I have never felt this way about this character until just fucking now. 20 minutes to the book for the book to end. I can't even speak. And now everybody feels guilty. Oh my gosh, this narrator is gonna make me cry. Who are you? Oh my gosh, he's gonna make me cry. My fault. That freaking narrator in the last 30 seconds just earned his whole paycheck. His whole paycheck just on those 30 seconds. I don't want to cry, otherwise I'm gonna have a headache. Oh my god, no. What we're not finna do is say, oh, I'm so sorry. I caused you all this pain and trauma and suffering, but I really was trying to protect you. What we're not gonna do is that. There's 2 things I hate the most in my life. The feeling of helplessness, of powerlessness, like there's something wrong and I can't do anything about it. And people keeping shit from me. My eye's fine, don't look at it. People keeping shit from me. It was for the better. It was for my best interest. Guess who know what my best interest is, bitch? You're never gonna believe this. Me. Exactly. Throw it in his face. Let it out. Right. Bruh, no. Fuck. This is so human in the most fantasy way possible. In the most magical, nonsensical, absolutely not human way possible. This is so human. And none of this is fair. Yeah, fuck them. Well. Bruh. Bruh, these blood elves are gonna get all y'all killed. Would we? That makes sense. We both have the same goal, your survival. Okay, I need to stop this because I have literally 16 minutes left and I need a physical copy in my hand. I've ate enough. This is fine. This is more important. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I wonder how much Louisa likes this book. I wonder how invested Louisa is on my day-to-day life. I go, oh, Jesus. Oh, my gosh. Oh, something. I just went, oh, Vex. Mind you, it's my first time reading this book. Mind you, I just met these characters. It's not even a long series. It's the second book. Yeah, but first let's make some lemonade because I am all out. Crystallite. Wait. Crystallite, if you see this, please sponsor me. I'm getting these in bulk from freaking Sam's Club. Really, please sponsor me. I can't drink regular water since the bariatric surgery without having like some mild discomfort. Guess what doesn't make me dehydrated and doesn't make me uncomfortable? Crystallite. Please sponsor me. No shit, he wanted that. But it's almost like you could have told me the truth. And we would have figured it out together. With the power of friendship. Ooh. Lies piss me off. Something that really pissed me off is people lying to me. Ooh, I have too much FOMO for that. You know what time it is? It's time to lock the fuck in. I have maybe 14 minutes left in this book. I am scared. No, but I kind of don't want to finish it. No, let's lock in, for real. Wait, I need to locate myself. Wait for me, I got little legs. What? Girl, where are you at, my guy? Or is it just not in the map? If it isn't, rude, I want to go with you. Girl, please. Thank you. I would like an apology. Yeah, that's still not enough, but it's something. The truth was rarely gentle. You can say that again. The truth was rarely gentle. I need that shit tattooed in my forehead. Oh my gosh, the vision. She just assumed. Bruh, I'm still stuck on the truth was rarely gentle. 5 words. The truth was rarely gentle. That is so well put. Oh my gosh, I love her writing. We ain't got time to sleep. Oh. Bruh. Oh. Bruh. And she saw all of that knowing she wasn't going to be present to see it herself. Was that a freaking blessing or a curse? I can't really decide. Yeah, babe. I can't talk right now, babe. I'm locked the fuck in. I can't. I have this much, babe. I'm locked the fuck in. Don't talk to me. Again, tell me a good guy that burns books. That's, oh my gosh, so much shit is making sense right now. The dots are getting on top of the I's. Let me just tell you that. The T's are getting crossed. Wait, you're telling me I have 1 page left and I'm supposed to live with that. I'm supposed to be okay with that. That's author's note. Like, that's it. I don't want to read that last page. And then I have to wait on a whole year. Lock in, Louisa, come on. Where it all started. We're back. We're back, baby, like we never left. He said it. I'm gonna die. Say that ain't true. Wait, I need to read that again. You're not gonna take this from me. Devney? What the actual fuck, Devney? You're really gonna pull the freaking rug from under me just like that? In like half a page. Please tell me this is just a panic attack or something. I'll take a panic attack over what I think this is. No. I'm gonna believe that last page didn't happen. I'm gonna believe Miss Devney Perry didn't stop in her computer and typed those words. I'm just gonna believe that. Speechless. No, I'm gonna believe that's not true. No, I refuse. No. Good try, Devney. No. Oh yeah, thank you for reading this book. Bruh. And now, guess when the next one comes out? March of next year. They don't even have a date yet, as far as I know. She just changed everything I thought I knew in the next page. And I gotta wait a year.
After way too many cuts, we got her figured out. Don't ask me if it's level. I don't think it is. But that's not the point, okay? She's up there. Look at her. I'm probably gonna put some flowers and stuff around there. So hopefully it can look pretty. I'm still thinking probably I will paint this and then the little shelf that my husband did. So it can look nice. And with flowers over here too, it will look really nice. But look at her. Guess what I'm doing? The freaking weather has been absolutely horrendous. It was supposed to rain and then it didn't rain. And now it's saying this has tornado chance or a tornado warning for later tonight. So I have some books. I'm just going to put some of these in there and see what happens. I feel like it's going to be a good test to see if it's well insulated or if the location's good enough and if it's going to tumble or something. I hope not. But look how cute. My husband planted the little flowers that we went to get yesterday on the vase. So it looks so freaking nice now. I have some of these that I thrifted myself and some of these that I got gifted by some of my book club girls. So I'm so grateful for them for this. I freaking love this book. I hope somebody gets it and loves it just as much as I did. I thrifted it because I already have a copy of it and look how pretty. Another one of my favorites, one of the book talks OGs, so good. This whole series is so good. There's good representation, good mental health and physical illness representation, so good. Okay, this is how I'm leaving it for now. We'll hope that nothing happens to y'all. I'll come back tomorrow to check on y'all, but hopefully everything will be fine. These are doubles, so I'm gonna leave it for next time. I'm literally so excited. I've been wanting to do Fruit Little Libraries for months now, and to be able to see it every time I come outside is so nice. There's been a couple that were passing by walking their dogs and then they stopped and they were like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. So next time they pass, they're gonna have actual books.
Oh my god, my bunny came to visit me. Oh my gosh, don't make sudden movements. Can you see him? Look at that. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, goodbye. Okay, there's a plane. Goodbye, safe travels. I decided to brave the humidity and heat of early summer in Texas to talk to y'all about my last thoughts, my final thoughts about this book. I realized I gave you the reaction of the crazy ass ending that this book had, but not my final thoughts. I figured, also, what did I rate this? I forgot. As usual, just like with Shoot of Sparrows, I honestly didn't know what to rate Rites of the Starling because I'm like, this gave me so many feelings and I don't know if I should rate it high because it gave me so many feelings, but at the same time the feelings weren't all good, so I don't know if that should rate it low, but at the same time I don't think the author specifically, the intent of the author wasn't necessarily to make me feel good. That's not that type of book, and I think art in general is supposed to evoke feelings in you in general. So I'm always like in the fence of how to rate these type of books, especially because I feel like I still consider myself so new to fantasy that so far the mentality has been like, oh, this is a cute, spicy contemporary romance. It made me feel so good. It made me think of things that I hadn't thought of, or in a way that I hadn't thought of. Then I will rate this high, and not necessarily like this took my heart out, broke into pieces, put it together, and put it back. And maybe that's why I should rate it high. Yeah, I end up giving 5 stars. My review on Storygraph consists of like 3 sentences. Amazing, show-stopping. I'm sobbing as I write this. I literally already want to go back and read it all again, and I mean that. And I feel like that encompasses this book so well. As you can see from my reaction to the ending, I feel like there's a fine line between authors just throwing crazy things at you and you becoming confused, and throwing things at you and you becoming intrigued. And I feel like Devney Perry, especially on this Rites of Starling, I feel like in Shade of Sparrows for sure, but she ramped it up in Rites of Starling, does that really well. Like, she just throws you in a plot line, and the whole time you're like, I kind of think I have this theory, but I kind of don't think I have this theory. Like, I kind of know where this is going, but I kind of don't. And I feel like as a person that feels feelings very deeply, I feel like if she was just throwing information at me and making me confused and stressed, I wouldn't have liked this as much as I did. She was throwing information at me, but still making me like think through where this is gonna lead me, instead of like, this is too much, this is too confused, I might as well DNF this. I hope I'm making sense. I always feel like I'm not making sense. I feel like I mentioned this throughout my reaction, but like, she wasn't like, oh, 6 months prior, here's this new chapter. She was just like, here's what's happening. This is the vision Caspia had. This is what's happening to Odessa. Figure it out. And in some way, shape, or form, that almost got me even closer to the characters, because the characters also didn't have a 6 months before. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have that timeline. They were also, especially Odessa, was also trying to put this timeline together with all the little pieces of information that it was being given to her by very unreliable people, by the way. And I did say in my review that I want to already go back and read this back, because the pieces coming together by the end makes you... Here comes another one. If you ask me, I would recommend this book. I would recommend the series in general. I feel like it's not necessarily a good intro for people that haven't been reading fantasy as much, because I feel like it's very much you've been thrown into the deep end of the pool and you have to like sink or swim type of thing. Like, you have to figure it out with the characters, and at some point, like, that can be confusing. At some point that can be stressful. And I know that's not the experience that everybody wants to have while reading fantasy or reading in general, to be honest. But it was very much an experience that was, at the end, very enjoyable and compelling and emotion provoking, which for me is like everything I could ask for and more, to be honest with you. I will say I saw some people saying that this was boring, and I was like, I can see how you would think that, because again, like, you're not being spoon-fed the information, so you have to do some type of putting shit together type of thing. I also had that, as you can see from the beginning. I was like, maybe I should make this video spoiler free, but at the same time I feel like I need to talk things out clearly, otherwise I'm not going to make sense of anything. So, especially because I feel like we are being introduced to characters that we didn't really care about or really didn't know about in the first book, so you kind of have to be like invested in characters that you weren't invested to begin with. But truly, just like Shade of Sparrows, I feel like I'm more and more in awe of her writing and how the hell she's able to keep everything together, like how she's able to give you enough to make you intrigued, but not enough so you can figure everything out at once, at least not to me. As for the romance in this, I feel like it's awesome that we get 2 different couples, and one of them that we have no idea where they're gonna go. Here comes another plane. This series being the first series also that I feel like is a true fantasy that I'm going into. All the other ones had just fantasy elements, but really were romance that I had read before the series. I feel like it spoiled me. Like, the other series that I've read since I read Shade of Sparrows have not compared, have not got me this intrigued. But at the same time, especially since I've started reading more fantasy since I liked the series so much, and since I started Shade of Sparrows a year ago, I feel like I'm more certain that this is like intermediate fantasy. It's not necessarily beginner fantasy, and it makes me excited because I feel like I can discover and explore this whole new world that I feel like I hadn't discovered before. If you have read the series, if you've heard about it, let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How well did you rate it? I feel like I could see how people would have very different opinions about this one. At least for me, I have really high hopes for the last one, especially with how much more information we got from the second one, but at the same time, we're still missing so many answers. I feel like she's gonna have to deliver on the third one. I don't know if the third one is necessarily gonna be enough, like just one more book in the series is gonna be enough for the amount of information that we're missing, or maybe it's just that I like this universe and these characters so much that I don't want to think about how I'm gonna feel with just reading one more book and then that's it. If she does as good as a job as she did on these two on the third one, I'm hoping she's gonna be able to tie this whole series and these characters' lives with a beautiful, heart-wrenching, heartbreaking bow. Actually, in not so great news, I knew I had something else that I needed to update you guys on. Unfortunately, our poor little free little library is indisposed at the moment, as in she unalived herself. And by that I mean a storm passed and we kind of knew that but kind of don't, like she wasn't as stable as we needed it to be, and she fell to her death. No, I'm kidding. She just stumbled and then it cracked the very frail outside wood of the free little library, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I already ordered Free Little Library 2.0 and already started putting it together. We just need to figure out how to like make it more stable, because the way the street is open, there's nothing to stop the wind, especially when storms come about. So what we're thinking is, as in my husband is thinking, as you think I'm gonna do that? No, I'm just there for more support and ideas, and then I say good luck. I'm here for kisses and hugs in between breaks. What we're thinking we're gonna do is dig a hole and cement it, just like when you're putting mailbox, like you're digging a hole for a mailbox. I think we're gonna do kind of just like that, but we also have to figure out a way to attach the Free Little Library to the post in a way that it's going to be safe and not wobbly like it was before. I think we have ideas. I'll give you guys an update if y'all care in the next video maybe. But even on the little time that she was up, a lot of people came by already and put books into it. Nobody took books, which was funny to me. Like, it continued to get full, which honestly, it made me so excited. I was expecting at first for everybody to just grab books, and I was okay with it. Like, I'm excited to keep filling it and spreading books throughout my neighborhood. A couple of my neighbors already asked me, like, what happened to the Free Little Library? And I was so excited to like put it back and find a way to make it more safe, for sure. But yeah, I've yapped enough about books, about my Free Little Library, and it's getting hot and muggy, and the mosquitoes have definitely found and smelled my blood. With that being said, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm so excited to hopefully be more consistent. If you're interested in keeping track of all the books I read and a little bit more of my personal life, my Bookstagram and my book talk are listed down below as usual. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I will see you on the next video. Okay, bitch, bye!